Chicago is starting to feel the impacts of rising interest rates, with home prices down about 3% year over year. But this is a big city. With 77 neighborhoods, there are bound to be some that are having success. And in this video, we're going to break down 5 neighborhoods that are rapidly appreciating right now. My name is Matt Thomas. I'm a real estate agent here in Chicago, Illinois. I help buyers, sellers, and investors every single day. In this video, we're breaking down some of the top neighborhoods that have performed well year over year in the city of Chicago. This is a huge city, so we have to think about things in both the macro and the micro. The macro of Chicago, the big, non-magnified, city-down version, is home prices are down about 3% year over year. We've seen interest rates continue to rise. In my opinion, I don't see any relief from that in the immediate future, which means we're going to continue to feel this squeeze of low inventory, high interest rates sort of pushing down on a city level. And believe it or not, there are some neighborhoods that are succeeding, not just like outperforming Chicago. I mean, down 3% if you're appreciating at all. Technically, you're outperforming Chicago right now. But they're outperforming the national average. These neighborhoods would be successful anywhere on their own. They are rapidly appreciating despite the lack of inventory that exists, despite interest rates going closer to 8, despite buyers getting doom and gloom every time they turn on the television. These areas are still appreciating. So we're going to break them down. What are the numbers? How have they done year over year? And not only that, but we're going to take a look at specific examples from each neighborhood that you could buy right now. The first stop on our list is on the northwest side. We're going to Avondale. Avondale is known for a mix of bungalows and really recently more modern development coming through, but the neighborhood has consistently seen an influx of working professionals and young families, which are keeping home prices high. Year over year, prices are up 6.9%. for a median sale price of $447,450. Jumping right in, this is an opportunity available for sale at that median sale price right now in Avondale. If you look around, 4 beds, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet, 2-car garage parking. Obviously, you get a little bit more room if you move away from the city center. People who live in Lincoln Park and are seeing this pricing and this square footage probably blows your mind a little bit. You have to adjust for each neighborhood. You're going to pay a premium the closer you are to the lake or the closer you are to the loop. Some of the neighborhoods that are seeing the most rapid appreciation right now are non-city center. They are, in many cases, on the outskirts of the city or along common train routes on the edges of where development is heading in the city. So Avondale is sort of right on the path of all that development's been tracing the blue line for years, moving its way through Logan Square, moving its way now into Hermosa and slightly farther north. It's really going to benefit from that for the next foreseeable future as new development continues and, frankly speaking, as many families are priced out of areas that are closer to the city center. Looking at this specific property, this is a detached single-family home. You've got 4 beds, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet, 2-car garage parking. Again, if you're looking at this compared to many other neighborhoods, that might be surprising for you. Home looks like it's in good condition. You can see that you enter on the top floor. It looks like there might actually be an in-law suite or something on the bottom floor there. But you can see engineered wood throughout. Looks like it was recently painted. Have a nice new electric fireplace in place. Great natural light in here. Kitchen looks like it's relatively well updated. Granite countertops. You've got the cabinets, which are painted white, and then you've got a little bit of dual tone going on here. I do notice the mini fridge. I hope there's a real refrigerator, but we will make sure we see one in these photos. This is basement bonus space. You can obviously see this floor probably needs some love and attention. This looks like the main floor or the upper floor here. Shag carpets have come and gone, but again, what you're getting here is a home for under $500,000, 2,000 square feet. So for the cost of some paint, maybe some carpets, in this case, looks like you might need some appliances long-term. Yeah, they've got a mix, although you probably don't want a washer in your kitchen, I assume. So assume you're going to have to do some work on this, right? But this is an opportunity that is available today. It would get you quite a bit of square footage. This is the lofted upstairs. So in these traditional bungalows, this is like an attic space, but many people convert them and use it as a bedroom space. And then you do get a smaller backyard area before you head into that 2-car garage as well. So zooming out on the map, obviously your location here, you're close to 90 if you wanted to hop on the highway. If you do take the blue line, there's a blue line stop within walking distance that you could catch here as well. So and if you were to go directly south, you have walking accessibility to Logan Square, Palmer Square. So part of this property's value is in its location. Certainly, people are paying to try and be close to easy transportation, bars, restaurants, all the great things that come in life. Next on our list, we're moving to Albany Park. So we're only going a couple of neighborhoods over here from Avondale, moving a little bit closer to the Chicago River. This is a perfect blend of urban and green space. You've got the actual north branch of the Chicago River here, which is very accessible and gives you quite a bit of green space and running trails. You also have Horner Park mixed in here. This area has had quite a development recently. There are many 100-year-old homes or more than 100-year-old homes here. There are also many homes that were built within the last 5 to 10 years, new construction on both single family and multifamily developments. This has been a consistently high demand area for young working professionals or young families looking to get more square footage, looking to keep green space, but who maybe can't afford to pay the premium of Lincoln Park or don't want to be confined to the square footage limitations of River North. Albany Park prices year over year are up 11.3%. So just as a reminder, city's down 3%. Albany Park is up 11%. They're outpacing the city by 14% collectively. Their new median sale price for 2023 is now around $335,000. Looking at an opportunity available right now for $335,000 or as close as we can get. 2 beds, 2 baths. They did not list square footage. 1 garage parking. This is again located on the East Albany Park side, kind of closer to the river there. If you're looking at it, looks like a nice newer condo building. You can see inside. I'm not sure if this is staged or virtually staged, but other than being sort of an unequal space or having walls that aren't entirely squared, this is a really nice setup. Floor to ceiling windows. You can see the floors look like they're brand new, probably luxury vinyl plank. Definitely recently repainted. You'd have to be okay with the loft space. You've got some exposed ductwork, exposed lights, and a concrete ceiling. But if you're into that, this is a beautiful open space. You can see the living room and the dining room flow together. You do get an outdoor space here, which I'm sure we'll see later. Scrolling through, the kitchen looks like it's updated. Let's see if I can get us some good shots here. Yeah, stainless steel appliances, newer cabinets. That's granite countertops and with a large, oversized farm sink. This is an opportunity where I don't think you'd have to really do much. You could just move in, take possession. Even looking at the bathroom, granite countertops, updated vanity. You really wouldn't have to touch much when you came in here. In fact, I can see some painter's tape on the floor. Chances are good those floors are new with the unit. I'm sure I could just read the description and tell you, but for YouTube, we're going to do the quick version. Let's see if we can show you that outdoor space. Oh, cool. So you can see you're looking across the street at, I believe that says Lebanese Meat Market, and then you have a little bit of a parking lot. I mean, all that I'm thinking about in this situation is if there was a high rise right here, you lose all your light. So the fact that there isn't is a really nice advantage. Plus, the building looks like it's pretty well maintained. Again, the only one that stands out to me, this is a weird shaped unit. So I don't know, take that for what it's worth. Some people will like it, some people won't. But great opportunity if you're looking in Albany Park. This purchase price is obviously quite a bit lower than it was in Avondale. And part of that is because it's a condo, but this is also an area where prices are running lower than they are in Avondale right now. This next one, some of you are going to be like, where is that? Is that in Chicago? Edison Park. Edison Park is right on the edge of Chicago. I'm talking as close as you can get to the suburbs without actually being a suburb. Edison Park. This is an area where you are going to find sort of an escape from the city feel. It, in my opinion, feels more suburban than it does urban, but it does have a mix of some of the same things that many people like about Chicago. Access to nightlife, access to great dining. It does have a smaller, but a downtown area in the neighborhood as well. Looking at prices in Edison Park, prices have appreciated about 10.8% year over year. So double-digit appreciation, outpacing Chicago again by 13, almost 14%. Median sale price is hovering at $395,950. Jumping in here and taking a look at an opportunity you can get there, again, feels more suburban than urban. When I pull this house up, your first thought probably isn't Chicago, and that's okay. This is a ranch-style home, 3 beds, 1 full bath with 1 half bath as well, just over 2,000 square feet, 2,204 $150. And it does have, you can see here, the garage parking space, which I believe is attached. It looks like there's actually a hallway that connects it there. Brick building. Looks like in the roof is in pretty good shape. It's on a corner, unless these photos are mistaken. So you're going to get some pretty good light. And also you get quite a bit of green and landscaping around it. On the inside, doesn't look like it's been updated super recently. Some older carpets. I mean, part of that is the furniture looks like it's a little bit older. Okay, you've got a bit of a dated kitchen. Looks like some composite counters here, older appliances. So this is one where if you were going to buy it, you're buying at what would be a relatively low price compared to many other neighborhoods. You could put a little bit of value into this and hopefully improve it for resale. The square footage is sound, right? You've got room for an eating kitchen here. What is here looks like it's in very good shape. Electric cooktop here. So for anybody in that like anti-gas movement, here you go. Let's see. Going to the bedrooms. There's some obvious wear and floors and things like that. So again, this is an opportunity where, yes, you are probably going to have to do some work. Nice basement though. Hey, big enough to fit a pool table. Yes, it has the panel walls, but doesn't look like they've been wet recently, and we've had a lot of water. So that's a great sign. This is awesome for bonus space, and who doesn't love a paneled bar? That's an amazing find. And obviously, you get your full utility room. This is a boiler, so fair to note, this home does not have central AC. It only has heat, and then you have your backyard. So if you are looking for a yard space, you do need the one-car parking. You're okay maybe doing a little bit of work. This looks like an opportunity that could work for you. This yard is the backyard, but it's actually, you can see here's the house and it's down the side here. So it's sort of like a side yard setup. For our next stop, we're going to move farther south and we're going down to Bridgeport. Bridgeport, in my opinion, has some of the best access of any neighborhood in the city. Close to downtown, close to the White Sox game, which I personally love going to, particularly because the cost is so much lower than Wrigley. And close to things like West Loop or get into Randolph Row, where all such great food is, close to Chinatown, where you can eat forever. This is a heart of the city that has seen rapid appreciation over not just the last year, but the last several years. In the last few years, there's been like a huge influx of galleries, coffee shops, breweries. So not only is it ideally located, but now it has a strong sense of community and many things to do. So it's really attractive. And the numbers show it, up 8.4% year over year. Sale price now hovering around $465,000. If we look at an opportunity available right now in Bridgeport, this is another condo. Actually, would you look at that? You want to see how fast the Chicago market moves? This says pending sale. It was available when I pulled it up this morning. We're going to go through it anyway, but this is now under contract officially. 3 beds, 2 full baths, 2 half bathrooms as well. 2,216 square feet with a 2-car garage parking. This is a townhome layout. You can see shared walls with the neighbors here. All brick buildings, so it looks like it's in good shape. It's part of a nice little community here where you have a private walkway down. Enter on the first floor. There's a bedroom, bonus space, office, whatever you want to use this for. You probably have access to the garage down there as well. Bathroom on the entry level. This is your second level, which would be the living space. And it's probably, yes, connected to the kitchen and the dining space here. Kitchen is nice wood cabinets. You've got granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. Doesn't look like it's recently updated, but it's certainly in an updated state. If we move to the bedrooms, obviously washer dryer and unit here. You do get a balcony on that kitchen level as well. This is one of those communities where you're like in the community. So yes, you have a balcony. You're going to look at the neighbors. If you don't mind that, that's great. You can get a lot of square footage. If you're looking for more of a yard or separate type of structure, this really isn't going to be up your alley. Bedrooms look like they're large enough to fit queens. This one has a bathroom en suite, and it does have a large walk-in closet. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not spectacularly newly updated, but it is updated beyond like early 2000s or something like that. Oh, this is cool. You get a nice little roof deck here. I shouldn't call it little. That's pretty spacious, actually. And you can see they're trying to highlight the views of downtown that you can just sneak out there in the distance. Now, full transparency, this one's listed at $511. Even though the median sale price in Bridgeport is at $465 right now, I talked about how inventory is limited. I can't find anything for $465 right now in Bridgeport. And you can see this is already under contract at $511. So I have to assume that by the time we see these numbers for October, yeah, Bridgeport's probably going to be higher. And our last stop of this video, we are going to Lincoln Square. Back on the northwest side, we jumped over the river. We're now moving a little bit closer to Ravenswood. We're in between Lincoln Square and Budlong Woods, at least for this specific property we're going to look at. But Lincoln Square itself is boutiques, cozy restaurants. There's some green spaces available. It's sort of a perfect mix of like strong German architecture and really modern construction. It's been in demand for a few years, so developers took notice, and there is some recent development there available for purchase. You also have relatively easy access if you do want to get out of town, just a short drive away from highway access, and this is also accessible from the Brown Line. Prices in Lincoln Square are up 8.9% year over year. Median sale price is hovering at $422,500. Looking at a specific example, again, we're going slightly above 422. It was harder to find something available right now in Lincoln Square exactly at that number. But this is a condo, 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet and change with one indoor garage parking space as well. You can see a secure entry here where you dial to get in. Nice wood floors. Looks like it gets a lot of light in this unit. Even in these photos, you can see that the treatments look nice. The window treatments look good. The floors look like they're in pretty good shape. The kitchen here, which is starting to peek through, is large. Granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, room for a dine-in space, which is nice. You also seem to have a ton of space in the primary bedroom. That's a large room. They've got an office setup, plus a sitting area, plus I'm going to guess that's a king bed, but it's a little difficult to tell from here. Nice walk-in closet, big walk-in, well organized. This is the ensuite bathroom. Not recently updated, in my opinion. They use some things, that probably are meant to last for a long time or are meant to last for a long time, but you could get new countertops, new tile, new floors, new vanity, and this would be a whole different room, right? Looking through that, there is wood in that room, and then there's a big rug. That's not carpet, I don't believe. Second bathroom looks nice. And here's your back deck. So you do get a little bit of green space just so you can see out. Looks like it looks at the street behind you here. And here's your overall square footage, just sort of one big square. So, as you can see, there are neighborhoods that are not only doing well, but where prices are rapidly appreciating. And I could have picked quite a few others. There are many that are appreciating around 4, 5, 6%, which, if we're looking at that compared to the city of Chicago, is really strong success. And it sets them up well for, well, what's to come. What's to come is probably higher interest rates. I don't know that we're going to see a ton of new inventory, although we just reached a relative high in terms of what we've seen recently. So I'm optimistic that these markets will continue to see growth. If you're thinking about selling in any of these neighborhoods, you probably have a lot of value in your home. And not only that, but there are definitely buyers looking to take that home off your hands. Now, if you're a buyer in these markets, safe to assume it's competitive, not only because the prices are rising. I mean, we looked at Bridgeport, it looks like prices are more expensive than they were this morning. So you have got to be acting fast. You've got to be talking with your lender to make sure you understand your affordability. But if you can get in, those prices look like they are set to continue rising for the foreseeable future. So it could be a great time to make an investment, start building equity, and as your home is appreciating in the background, you'll get more options with how you can deploy that equity in the future. Hopefully this video was helpful. These are by no means the top or greatest or best neighborhoods in Chicago, but they are doing very well for homeowners in terms of median sale price and year over year appreciation. If you ever have specific questions about your neighborhood, about a neighborhood you're thinking about moving to, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can even just drop it in the comments. I'm happy to reply directly. Or if it seems like there's enough interest, we can always do more videos on specific neighborhoods. My whole goal in doing this is to make you more educated as a buyer or a seller. Hopefully this was useful for you. If it was, share it with somebody else who you know is active or thinking about getting active in this market. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming by.